Hi everyone, Kirk here with the BMW Motorrad Club of Northern Illinois from the beautiful day out here in the winter time up here in Northern Illinois. Happy New Year to everybody out there. And before I get started, just want to thank again my Patreon people that have helped me support me over on patreon.com/Kirk Johnson. There's about 21 of you right now, and you guys are awesome. You guys are really helping me every month be able to put out some new videos, and just thanks a lot. But today we're going to do some question and answer right here in the north. A. Babbitt wrote, Kirk, I've watched a few of your LT videos. Top heavy, plane heavy, black smoke on passing, wears tires quickly, rear main seal leaks which ruins the clutch slave cylinder leaks which ruins the clutch, needs computer chip upgrade, rear drive failures, dry clutch which has chatter problems, poor headlight quality, lighting ability, and other things. Why would I want to buy a used one of these? I could get a 2002 LT with 19,000 miles for $2,000. I could get a 2000 Goldwing 1500 with 130,000 miles for $3,000. I choose the Goldwing after watching your videos. I think I made the right choice. Why would I want an inferior designed bike for any money? It seems that the LT is an inferior design where you can't change the design, only constantly work on fixing the flaws. I owned an RS and sold it because of all the K-bike main seal, clutch slave cylinder seal, and rear drive problems. Well, A. Babbitt, hey, to each his own. You know, many of the people that watch this channel really love the LT, and if you owned one, you would understand why. That, yeah, it does have flaws. There's no doubt. Every bike has its flaws. Every bike has its characteristics. But there's a certain, I don't know, almost like a certain magic to the LT that it's like riding a magic carpet that's got some sport behind it. And I personally really love it. And besides, as I've mentioned in other videos, I'm not old enough for a Goldwing. I may never be old enough for a Goldwing, in fact. And I'm glad to have the LT. Even though it's underneath cover right now and kind of hiding out from the winter. Those of you guys that have been in my shop, you guys know that my shop is very small, so it has to sit outside while I wait for warmer weather. This one came in on the email. Debbie Williams wrote, Hi, I've watched your videos and followed them to learn to do a lot of work on my BMW. When it was triked, the speedo no longer works. I need to fit a GPS speedo to it. I can get a send unit, but I need to know the pulse, either 8 or 16, and this kit would work. I want to use the original dials if possible. I've tried and cannot find information. I was just wondered if you could help a lady in distress, please. I really appreciate your videos and happy to donate if you give a link. Well, I did give a link. If you want to donate just to me, we'll address that first. Again, it's either through a PayPal link that's on my Patreon page, or you can also donate to our club too. That doesn't support me directly at all, but it definitely helps a little bit, just to bring in new members and things like that. So, as to your other thing, Debbie, I really don't know the answer to whether it's an 8 or a 16. My guess is it depends on the year, probably. Probably the early ones are 8 and the later models are 16, but I really don't have the information. If one of you guys out there know that answer, please put it down in the comments for her, because she'll read it and it will help her out a lot. I just don't have that information. I'm sorry. This is Mike Wright. On your video using LEDs for rear lights, I'm a bit puzzled. I changed all 3 bulbs to LEDs in red and haven't had a single issue using that. What would be the problem doing that? I've had them for 3 years and not a problem. Well, Mike, it depends on if you get CAN bus rated bulbs or if you even have a CAN bus. Like on my early model, I could definitely put LEDs all around the whole bike, and it won't shut down. It won't tell me, it won't give me any errors, nothing. But the late model bikes have that CAN bus system, and it senses how much resistance is going through the bulbs, and it can throw an error, or sometimes it can even immobilize your bike. Paul wrote an email. After selling my Harley of 20 years, I wanted to try something different. Originally looking at CLCs, I learned about the LT. I'm driving thousands of miles, a 1,000-mile round trip to go pick one up Sunday. Sometimes you have to travel to get a good one. Wanted to thank you for all the information videos. Now I know what to look for before my purchase and to properly transport the bike. We would have bent those bars for sure. I'll be joining the club as soon as the bike is in the driveway. Moving forward, maybe we can make a run. Thanks, Paul, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Well, Paul, it'd be a good trip to come up here from Raleigh, but you're welcome to ride with us. And I'm glad to know that you did watch that prior and not bend or break the plastics on your handlebars. Kenny Mansfield writes, for years I have had great respect and awe for BMWs and the way they are engineered. Having owned an E30 convertible that I drove 350,000 miles in an E23. However, I think they hired Mario and Luigi to develop the system used to change the oil on the LT. I've never spilled so much oil in my many years of car and motorcycle services. The O'Reilly wrench I bought did not fit the OEM BMW filter. Yeah, it doesn't. That's for sure. It's got that lip around it, and you got to cut that lip off, or you got to just get the right tool. I talk about the tool to use. It's made by Hazit. If you want to buy the BMW tool, that's like $80, but you can find them on eBay. If you go to the video that I did where I talk about my favorite tools, I list that tool specifically and I show it, and you can get the number off of it and order one up for yourself. It makes the job just that much easier. Smokey's Boy, thank you so much. Now I can resume my stunts on my LT. All your videos have been very helpful to me down in Florida. You're always welcome to stop by for a visit. That was, I think, maybe the break video. Yeah, thanks, Smokey's Boy. Maybe I'll look you up when I come down to Florida. We usually come down there about once a year. First Line Matrix wrote, I've only recently become aware of the CS. There are a few reputable reviews on YouTube. How fast would this bike run comfortably on the freeway for extended periods, like 1,000 miles in a day? Will it run 75 all day? Thanks. Also, I'm far shorter than average, 5'3", so I typically ride cruisers, but I'm not a cruiser fan. Tony, yeah, the bike, of course, can do 1,000 miles in a day, but the real question is, can you do 1,000 miles in a day on a CS? I don't think I could. I would prefer the LT back there, and having a comfortable seat. I think that any motorcycle is going to take its toll on you after 1,000 miles, and I think you're aching for trouble if you do that 1,000 miles on a CS. Keith Hensley wrote, I do have one question regarding the SMH Bluetooth. Why remove the wires from the speaker versus just soldering the wires back together with a mechanic's twist? What's the difference of soldering at the speaker terminals? Now the big difference is you don't want to have all that extra wire that you got to do something with inside your helmet. I mean, if you want to twist the wires together, it'll work. There's no reason it won't, but I just prefer to solder them. Okay, going back to my Dunlop Road Smart 3 video that I made when I did the review. I think last time we had a guy that was trying to argue with me, telling me that I didn't know what the tire was. Just to refresh those that didn't see that part, he wrote, 2000 Acus wrote, this is not Road Smart 3, so if you don't know what tire it is, don't make a review as an expert. I love that. And it was all in all capitals, so he was yelling. Yeah, I don't claim to be an expert of much of anything. But what I am is an enthusiast. And as an enthusiast, you know, we do tend we get things wrong every once in a while, but for the most part, we do know what we're talking about. And so I wrote back, oh really, and what tire do you think is on my bike that I bought and I can't read the side of? Well, let me guess, they marked it wrong at Dunlop factory perhaps. Well, 2000 Acus wrote back, and I'm glad he did, because he's still on that kick. The tire on video is not Road Smart 3. Check other videos or search on Google for photos, and you see that it is a different tire, and if you can't see the difference, wear glasses. Well, one does not need to wear glasses. So just for you, buddy, I have the very tire right here that I reviewed. This is the tire that was on my motorcycle. I do know what it says on the side, and I'm really hoping it will pick it up in the video. And it's probably, yep, there it is. We'll just bring that right in for a close-up. I hope you can see this. And if you can't, well, that's just your two. Maybe you need glasses. Road Smart 1, 2, 3. Road Smart 3. I don't need to argue that one any further. If you want to write back and argue some more, that's fine. Why don't you come on over and you can just take the tire with you. Because I really don't know what to do with it. Demir says, Kirk, thank you so much. Amazing upgrade it was. This is on regards to the Bluetooth speakers again. I would not imagine the difference would be this big. It rocks. I'm changing my wife's Sena speakers right now. I'm sure Sena has its own cost/convenience reasons, but think about how good the reviews would be if they had better speakers, for sure. Guys out there, when you take those speakers off and you put the new ones on, it really does make a big difference, but I think that for some people it doesn't make quite the difference. Maybe their hearing isn't as good. Maybe they don't listen to music real loud, or maybe they got a lot of ambient noise in their helmets. They do work better if you use earplugs. I know that. So, well, thank you for that nice comment. Sanissa Frederick wrote, "Where can I buy armrest passenger armrests like on the video?" Sanissa, I really don't know where you buy those. I don't even know if there's any of them available anymore. They just seem to be like the supply of those things have kind of dried up, and you could probably get some off of eBay. There's also, there might be some lids that have them on there that you could pull them off of and put them on yours. So not really sure where you're going to find those anymore. Alan Totman from England wrote, "Hi Kirk, always enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work. Happy New Year from England." You too. It's got a 2002 R1150 RT. P.S. Try pouring the beer gently down the inside of the glass. All right, well, I've certainly done that before, and I've since learned that every bottle of beer has about 2 to 3 bottles worth of CO2 in it. And by pouring it with a really tall head on there, it releases that CO2, and you don't feel so bloated afterwards. In fact, you can drink more beer. So try that next time yourself, and you're going to find out I'm right. Thomas Areta wrote, "I was so impressed viewing your instructional videos that I finally subscribed to a channel. Good job." Hey, thanks, Tom. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already subscribed, please do, because it does help our club. It helps our channel, and in turn helps the club, and in turn helps me too, because I get some more word out there, and hopefully attract people to helping me out a little bit with Patreon and the like, and really appreciate that. Just as a very brief aside, I don't make any money whatsoever from our club, and we also do not advertise on our channel. We don't have the monetization on there, so if you guys are seeing ads on there, it's just because Google's decided, or YouTube has decided to put those ads on there. As of right now, we don't have any monetization on there, so I don't make any money whatsoever from the videos. The only money that I get is from people like yourself that help me out through Patreon or sending me, something through PayPal or something of that nature. So Mark Benbow wrote on regards to my dash lights video. "I've been trying to watch this video, but the sound doesn't work. The problem isn't on my end. I can watch any of your other videos and the sound works fine." Yeah, Mark, I'm very much aware of that problem. That goes right back to YouTube. So I had some music playing in the background on that, and instead of YouTube's algorithms just, you know, making a notice. Usually they'll send you some kind of a notice that, you know, you're in violation of a copyright or a potential violation, and then you can, you know, choose to mute that part of it or whatever. They didn't. All they did was they just removed all the sound on that video. So I have that video still on my computer in its full version, and what I think I might do is I may re-upload that video, maybe a little bit slower or a little bit faster, so that the music doesn't sound correct to YouTube's algorithm, and then I can you know, and then we can just put it up there and it'll be fine. So I'm going to try that again. If that doesn't work, if it doesn't sound right, you know, if I sound like a chipmunk or I sound like my voice is too low, what I'll do is maybe I'll narrate over the top of it so that you guys can still have that video. I don't really want to remake that one, but I do still have it and I can work with it. So I'll do something to it. Chris Garza wrote, great video. Would you send me the specs to make that bar? Thank you so much. Yeah, Chris, I certainly would, but I need a way to do that. And the other thing, just so you guys know, I've contracted with a machine shop to make up a bunch of those bars, so that if you need some, I can mail one to you. I can sell you one and, you know, make a couple dollars off of that. I also have contracted to make the transmission tools, the transmission seal tools, and look at how nice these have come out. Look at that. That's black anodized aircraft grade aluminum. It's got a beautiful knurling on it. That's the one that goes in the slave cylinder hole. This is the clutch holding tool, same kind of thing. It's got the hole in the middle, so you can put the shaft through there and, you know, center it, and it works fantastic. So I will have these available. I just don't have them all the sets made up quite yet. It'll be very soon. I know that. He's told me it's about to be completed, but I'm going to have these sets available. If you have an interest in those sets and want to get a hold of one for yourself, just put something in the comments down below, just so I can gauge the interest. If I see that there's 20 people out there that would like to get a set, I can put in an order and get those things made up and have the proper amounts for you guys. In regards to my tips and tricks video, at that glance and head shake, we know who slept on the couch that night. Haha. My deja vu wrote, well, my deja vu, no, I didn't sleep on the couch. She's a good sport, and she is definitely a very strong woman, but no. And that's it. I run out. That's all I have time for today. Besides, I'm getting kind of cold out here. We'll get back to making some videos soon. I definitely have got a few more things I want to do, and guys, check out the links below. If you want to get one of those posters, it's down below in the links in the description. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one.